All right, welcome back to another episode of the War Robots Free Play Speedrun. Again, I'm editing together the clips. Remember, this footage was from December 7th last year, at the time of recording this video. I think I'll be able to edit up to December 9th, so that's going to be 3 episodes worth of content in one. Remember, I'm trying to get through all this content as fast as I possibly can so that we can get to creating new content on recent updates. And again, I'm very excited because we do get a bedware for free in the current login event, which is insanely good because bedware, in my opinion, is one of the best free-to-play titans that you can have access to. So very powerful. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the content. Let's bang these content videos out. Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the War Robots Free-to-Play Speedrun, where I try to go from a brand new account to Champions League as fast as I possibly can. So here's our day counter, as you guys know already. We also are met with the best drone offer in the game that I've seen, besides the one that we got at the very start of the game. So 800 microchips. Persephone is an okay drone. It's decent for healing, but the microchips are really what you're going for. And then yeah, we're getting some other offers. So I believe the event is going to be ending in like 2 days, if I'm not wrong. Oh, let's see what this is. Ooh, the module upgrades. Okay. And also we have a double super chest, so that's pretty nice. Oh my god. Wait, absolute cinema. What? I was not expecting 1,000 keys from a male. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, so as you guys can see, the event is going to be ending in a day and 7 hours. That means the rebalance, if you guys are watching this in the future, will be hitting in a day and 7 hours as well. That also means I'm going to be having to finish this task, so we can at least try and get this gold pad here. Oh, actually, wait, no, I don't even need to do that. I can just click on this link and close that out. And while we're here, I guess we'll do the web shop too. So yeah, we are gleaning our thorium. And we weren't really on top of this, but we should really get back to doing this every day. Like I said, it's very important. And an advent calendar, we have today's reward as well. So let's see what it is. 500 thorium peak. We will happily take that. So make sure you guys do this. Although this video is probably coming out like really late. So maybe you don't see it early, but just a little heads up, by the way, for future events like this, you can actually, for the web shop event at least, log in on like the last day and claim all the rewards at once. That's what I did last year when they had this. They have this event every Christmas, so it's pretty nice. But we are here. We grabbed our free point, and now we have a gold weapon data pad. So remember how the sword leaderboard was here? We did get eliminated because, like I said, I wasn't going to grind for it. And as you guys can see, the leaderboard is pretty tame compared to the other stuff, but we did get eliminated. And we didn't go for a top 10, which would have given us another gold data pad. But once again, that's not really what we're going for in this account anyways, so it's not as important. First thing I'm going to do is, of course, watch our ad for the workshop. And booyah, we got another 125 components. Yeah, it's going to take us about a week or two, maybe to get level 15 workshop. Again, this is like a slow grind, but it's fine. It's been over a month and now we're almost at a leech. And if we really wanted to, again, we could just spend gold to get it. But I think it's fine to just wait because we already have so many other things we have to upgrade. So silver is more of a shortage than anything. Let's see if we have anything here to really go for. Oh, so best investment reset, sorry. So that's another 1,000,000 silver. And we're probably not going to be upgrading the Ocho for a while because as you guys can see, we don't have the discount anymore. So it is very, very expensive to upgrade. I think it costs like 140 million silver to get a bot to Mark II maybe. I might be wrong. It might be only like 80 million or something like that. But point is, you should definitely like do your best to upgrade on discount days, especially when the silver costs get really high. So what we're probably going to be doing is we're probably going to start upgrading our weapons because upgrading weapons to level 5 is fairly cheap. So we'll be doing that. The other thing that I want to do is, remember we have some modules left over. As you guys know, we have 286. And the thing I want to do is I want to unlock some modules for our robots. Oh, wait, what? Okay, the discount is currently bugged. We'll wait for that to actually kick in. Sometimes the discount will bug when you're first logged into the game, but basically what we're going to be trying to do is we're going to go for the nuke amp first on the Seraph, and then we're also going to be trying to get the immune amp for the Leo. Basically what the immune amp will do is it will give us extra health every time we take damage. As you guys know, our Ocho is also like that, so that'll be nice to get. But yeah, the moment you're all been waiting for, let's first open this 1000 chest and see what we get. So last time we got a pilot, which was kind of unfortunate. Hopefully we get something besides a pilot this time. Like I said, any weapon or robot is nice. Okay, I'm not liking where this is landing. Oh god, we got a pilot again. Okay, I jinxed it maybe. We got the Orochi pilot. Okay. Ghost, I mean, it's fine, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see what the super chest gives, because anything from here is going to be really nice. No way. No shot. No shot. We got the Bagliore. Oh my god. You guys don't understand how huge this is. Okay, so we might have just won like super duper duper big with this because, okay, first of all, bye Griffin. I love you, but we're bringing in the big guns. So this is one of the top 3 robots in the game for free-to-play players. I would make it tied for first place alongside the Ducks and the Nuo. And for those of you guys who have this thing, you might be questioning why the heck this is good. Because a lot of people who use this thing, especially in my clan chat, are like, this thing is absolutely slow, garbage. How the heck do you use this thing? Well, there's a certain number of reasons why this bot is so OP. First thing is you have permanent 4 heavy weapons. So you guys know how strong heavy weapons are. Second is this thing actually gets defense points when you level it up. So at Mark 3, this thing has 80 defense points, which is about like 45% damage reduction, which is really nice. And at Mark 2, it has 40 defense points, which is like, off the top of my head, like 30% damage reduction, I think. And also it has this unique ability where every time you shoot, basically if you don't shoot your weapons for a couple seconds, it'll add a stack. You can have up to 12 stacks, and it stacks 1 stack every second you don't shoot. So we get a 12% damage bonus for 3 seconds after we shoot, essentially is what that works. And I believe as you level it up, the duration will get increased. So it's 3 seconds at Mark 1, 4 seconds at Mark 2, and 5 seconds at Mark 3. The best part about it is the damage bonus gets insane. Like I think at Mark 2, what is that? 2.4% per stack. If you have 12 stacks, that's about like a 30% damage bonus. At Mark 3, it's like 5% per stack. So this thing can get 60% damage bonus if you just don't shoot for a couple seconds. And as you guys can see, with 4 heavy weapons, if you have a 60% damage bonus, that's basically firing with 6 heavy weapons worth of firepower. So it is the best robot in terms of like firepower potential alongside the Nuo and the Ducks. But the other reason why I say this thing is so free-to-play friendly is because of the pilot, Nova Light. So if you guys don't know what Nova does, first of all, she's the only anime-esque pilot that we have in the game, so W for that. Second, every time you teleport, you heal half your health, which is absolutely insane. For perspective, where do we have our Ocho? For perspective, you guys know how when we use our module here, the advanced repair unit, we heal up a ton of health. For 4 seconds, we heal 10% per second. So that's 40% healing. The Bagliore pilot will literally give us that healing for free every time we use our ability. So that is why Bagliore is the best, or correction, one of the top 3 tied for first place best robots in my opinion. And the other thing is we can actually equip the Solar onto this because fun fact, Solar is the signature drone for the Bagliore. This thing was meant to be a sniper, if you guys don't know. I'm sure you guys have seen the Prismas. Remember how in our games we have been lasered down from max range? This is the Bagliore signature weapon. However, the benefit of the Bagliore is you don't actually have to run the Prismas on it. In fact, I would actually recommend you don't because they're getting nerfed really hard. And you guys can see right here, the signature build is right here. So 4 Mark II Prismas and a Mark II Bagliore for $8. It's a pretty solid build. One of the best things I'd suggest buying, not for the Prismas, but for the Bagliore itself. Now, for the weapons you can run on this thing, you can run so many things. My clan leader, VS, you guys know of him already because he provides a lot of the game stats, runs a Mark III Bagliore with 4 Mark II Redeemers on his Bagliore, and he runs that thing in like mid-champs. It's a very powerful build. Sometimes my bots will get 2-shotted by that, and it is just absolutely bonkers how powerful this thing can be. Alright, so obviously Redeemers aren't the most optimal build, considering this was half a year ago. They did get nerfed a little bit. Redeemers are still very solid, but for perspective, anybody watching this in the future, like several years in the future maybe, I highly recommend you can run pretty much any meta heavy weapon, or even like recently nerfed heavy weapon on the Bagliore. At the time of this video's release, right now I believe the Pylums are pretty good on the Bagliore. The Basilius from the Anaxer family is also really good. The Flamethrowers, the Kelvins. I am currently running 4 Kelvins on my Bagliore on my main account. So this thing can literally run pretty much any heavy weapon that you want and still do it absolutely top tier. Like I said, this robot is one of the top 5 robots in the game, arguably tied for first across like a 3-way tie, I think. It's very solid. It always stays in the meta. Get this thing to Mark 3 if you can, because this is one of those robots that will never leave your hangar once you learn how to play it. It's so free to play friendly. It's so powerful. There's just no way that, unless they nerf it to the floor, there's no reason for this to ever leave your hangar if you don't want to invest in anything else. That said, basically over this clip, besides while I'm just yapping here, I'm just equipping the Bagliore with new weapons, unlocking some modules. I highly recommend getting the nuclear amplifier because it is more powerful than the other module, the damage unit or whatever it is. And yeah, I also equipped the thermites on the Seraph because we did some weapon stealing, as you guys can see in the background. Anyways, that being said, let's get back to the video where I opened some more chests. And yeah, we now have a solid Bagliore build. Now the question is, do we have pilots in this chest, especially the Bagliore pilot? Because Nova Light is like such a good, yeah, okay, so she is in here. We might actually want to open some 100 chests now, because as you guys can see, our hangar is really solid. We have the Leo, the Ocho, the Bagliore now, and we also have a Fenrir and a Seraph. So we already have like a champs tier hangar. Because Bagliore and Leo are both top 5 robots, Ochikachi is a top 10, and Seraph, while it's not top 10, is still really solid. I would actually put Fenrir as top 15, maybe? Top 10 if you're good at running the Fenrir. But yeah, like we have a very solid hangar setup. So I don't think we actually have to go too far for the 1000 chest anymore. And we already have solid titans in the form of Ether and the Indra. So I think right now the best thing to do is start opening 100 chests and pray that we get pilots, because pilots really amplify the power of our robots. So we'll just try that. So I'll just open up the 100 chest for now, see what we get. Ooh, wait, are we actually landing on something good? Oh, we barely missed it. No way. Okay, that is insane. So if you guys don't know, Johnny Orsted is the Pathfinder pilot. And this is one of the best pilots in the game because, here, let me just show you when we go to the pilot center. This is actually really good because if we get a Pathfinder in the future, this will be really nice to have. If you guys go to the, where are you? So Johnny Orsted, here you are. Johnny Orsted is really OP because every time you use Pathfinder's tracking ability on an enemy, it instantly deactivates their shield. So as you guys know, sometimes we fight people who have like yellow and purple shields, right? Alongside those blue shields. If you use the Pathfinder, which if I can find in the store real quick, the Pathfinder is one of the top 10 free-to-play bots right now. It's normally top 5, but due to Teth, it dropped out of the top 5 ranking. But yeah, like this bot, this guy is absolutely insane. So the reason why this is one of the best free-to-play bots is due to its gimmick. Basically, you guys might think, oh, it's so weak, like it has like no health. The gimmick that this thing has is its ability is at 600 meter range, you can lock down somebody and make them take 40% more damage. The other benefit is any teammates that assist in the kill, so you don't even need to get the kill, right? If you assist in getting the kill, everyone will heal up their health. So as you guys can see, 5% at Mark 1 and 2.5% of your gray health as well. And the better thing is you also get a permanent 20% damage bonus and a 10% bonus to movement speed for the duration of the match, as long as your robot doesn't die. And it's not just the Pathfinder that gets it, it's everybody who gets the kill. So let's say like a Titan kills another Titan and you Pathfinder marked it, your teammate Titan will heal up, get bonus damage and bonus movement speed up to 6 stacks. So this thing is an absolute beast of a unit. And of course, with the pilot, it deactivates energy shields. So it is known to be one of the best sword killing robots in the game for that reason. So definitely that pilot is a huge pull. I'd say it's on par with pulling the Dux pilot, as you guys can see here. So Dux pilot as well. We also got the Orochi pilot. Honestly, like it's not that good because all it does is it makes your weapon fire faster. So let's go to our Ocho. Remember how I said we want to put pilots here just to level them up early? I'm actually going to start doing the opposite, and I'm actually going to go and bring in, so where are we? We can bring in a random pilot, right? Not the Cossack. Let's go. Let's bring in the Orochi pilot, for instance. And what we can do is level him up and then sell him. Because as you guys can see, pilots give you like 500,000 silver every time you sell them. But on the contrary, if we were to go to like a level 10 pilot, right? So where is a level 10 pilot that we had? So let's say like we had the Dux pilot leveled up. You get 200,000 more silver for leveling it up to level 10. And remember, when you don't have pilots in the early game, you can literally just play games and they will automatically level up for you. Like I think we never spent gold on upgrading any of these guys. This is actually a great way to farm silver in the early game, especially if you spam open the 100 chests. So yeah, I mean, pretty crazy that we got the Pathfinder pilot. And the other benefit that we have is we can actually get Titan pilots too. So we're just going to keep spinning this chest because I think right now we need pilots for the Ocho, the Bagliore. Seraph already has one, so we're chilling there. But like any of the pilots for Bagliore and Ocho, like if we can get them, that'll make them significantly stronger. So we're going to keep spinning until we get Nova Light. But yeah, that's enough yap for now. I think none of the ads have reset because I have logged in a little early. But yeah, let's open up this gold pad now because that was a very exciting chest pull. All right, imagine we get like a Elox or Mirix from this. I'm actually going to like cry. Okay, it's guaranteed gold because this gold pad only gives you items. Okay, we got another Steel Hedget. That is very funny because we have one of these already. The other... Oh yeah, by the way, just a disclaimer, special edition weapons I will be using as long as they are free to play obtainable. So as you guys know, right now, the Teth weapons, the Egyptian balls, we have 2 of them right now, right? I wasn't originally going to use them. However, I thought of a genius idea. So the blue pad is going to have the Teth weapons starting next update. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be swapping the Egyptian balls onto our Strider. And remember how in an earlier episode I said that the Egyptian ball Strider would be really strong? Well, I will show you guys that in hopefully some decent gameplay. But yeah, that also means we'll be able to swap the Gangil over to our Ocho when that happens, which is going to be nice. So pretty cool stuff. We got a lot of gear. There's currently no shipyard activated, which I'm assuming is in preparation for the new update. So I guess nothing there. But yeah, let's just go and play some games now because there's nothing else to do. All right, we have dropped in on Power Plant. What should we start with? Let's start with the Bagliore just so I can show you guys what it does. Honestly, I probably should swap this to the heal module for the time being. So notice how on the left you guys can see we are getting a damage stack every second. So we are at 9, 10, 11, and 12. So notice how once we hit 12, we are now no longer gaining damage stacks. Our ability is you can hold your ability to throw a teleport beacon out like that. And when it lands, essentially you can teleport to it. So let me just demonstrate. If we tap our ability, we can now teleport to the beacon. So this thing, the reason why, despite being so slow, it's good as a brawler is due to that teleport beacon. So yeah, I mean, we're level 1 by the way, and we have 160,000 health. That hopefully goes to show how tanky this thing will be later on. And you can actually like jump enemies like this way. But yeah, we have our damage bonus, so we should be able to do a lot of damage to this guy. So 30,000 damage. Oh god, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 damage. And remember, this is all with level 1 stuff. So we did like 120,000 damage to this guy with level 1 gear. This guy has a Mark III Fenrir. So hopefully that shows you just how broken the Bagliore will be when we level it up in the future. But yeah, right now we don't really have that much stuff. So we'll just fly up and hopefully kill this guy. So boom, should get the kill. Nice. We got the kill with the thermite weapons. And somebody is firing at us with the Chiones, which have 600 meter range, so he can no longer hit us. So for a first showing of the Bagliore, I think that was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the match, we basically just get cooked by an Atlas and some Mark II people. There's a Mark II Condor, which basically cooked our entire hangar. So yeah, not too eventful. Like I said, I want to skip through most of the content here so that we can actually get to playing on the account again. Because fun fact, right now, there's actually a bedware being given away completely for free. So I want to hurry and play on the main account again because that thing, holy frick. If I could get a bedware on the free play account, that would be so sick. But anyways, enough yap. Let's get back to the video. And I'm actually going to skip over this part too because I was reviewing the footage. We basically just went through 2 games. Yeah, nothing too like complicated happening here. I basically just opened up a comm pad, got like 1,000 arm components, and then hopped into another game. Didn't really have anything too exciting. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And then I guess that's really all there's to say for that. So let's get back to the video. After I collect these rewards, I do want to check, because I forgot to check last game, whether the Ao Ming has of beta weapons as well. So let's go check. So regular Howling, it does. Regular Howling only has 2 alphas and 2 betas. Okay. Yeah, I'm spoiled because as you guys know, Howling is my favorite Titan because I run it with the Ultimate Edition, which has 4 alpha weapons, by the way. Howling has always been my favorite Titan ever since like the first Titans came out in the game. It just, the concept of it was so cool for me. It really makes it feel like you're playing a flying fortress, but yeah, like I run the ultimate version. In terms of like second favorite, I'd probably put Bedware as my second favorite Titan. And then third favorite Titan, I'd probably put Eiffel. Mostly because I have never played a mobility Titan. Like Mauler, Bersaglier are also probably top 5. I'd probably put Mauler and Bersaglier as tied for 4th place. But like any Titan that has mobility is just so fun to run. Like I also used to run the Rook. This was my main Titan before. Actually, no, I got Ether first, and then Rook, and then I got Bedware. And then after Bedware, I went for the Ultimate Howling because I got that thing from a free datapad. But yeah, interesting stuff. I'm going to cut the video here because obviously we did the opening at the beginning of the video and I don't want this video to get too long. But yeah, interesting. Let me just quickly watch these ads though so that we get our daily rewards. All right, all ads watched. Ba-boom. There's our 50 gold and of course our daily tasks are also done. So bam, bunch of other rewards. So here's where we're currently standing at in terms of peer rewards. You need 750 microchips if you have a discount. Otherwise, you need 1,000 microchips to max out a drone alongside a Dorito. So yeah, we'll just constantly gather those. I think it's going to take us quite a long time to actually get everything done and sorted. I don't remember the exact memoriam costs, but I mean, I'll tally them up once we're actually done with the series and get some gear up. Anyways, crazy that we got the Bagliore. Let me just quickly swap this thing to the heal module before I forget. Advanced repair, just like our our Acha for the time being. Our priorities are going to be once we get this thing to Mark 2 level 1, the next thing we're going to Mark 2 is going to be our Leo, because as I told you guys, this thing gets bonus defense power at Mark 2 and Mark 3. We're going to be getting this thing to Mark 3 ASAP. And obviously the Bagliore as well, we're probably going to Mark 3 as well, because this thing is an insane beast. So yeah, as you guys know, it gets more powerful over time. We might actually want to Mark 3 the Bagliore first. I want to Mark 2 the Leo first because we have the dedicated pilot, but once we get like our Acha, our Bagliore, Leo to Mark 2, and obviously our weapons like leveled up a bit as well, maybe we go for the Mark 3 because I think it might genuinely be worth going for. Obviously it's going to take like 500,000 silver, but it's fine. Sorry, 500 million silver, 500 million-ish pre-discount, but it's fine. And obviously we have other decent bots out here too, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. But I will end the video there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yo, signing off. Is what I would say if that was the end of this video. Remember, that's part 1, 2 other parts incoming. Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode of the War Robots Free-to-Play Speedrun, where I try to go from a brand new account to Champions League as fast as I possibly can. So, this is the day counter, and something else that I need to note is I already played a couple games on my main account today, and I'm happy to say the balance changes are live. Okay, so we got an Angler offer. Okay, we've still got that drone offer. Interesting. But yeah, something to note, Tets are a lot squishier now and a lot easier to kill. Ooh, what is this? So drones are cheaper to upgrade, and we have a DSC bonus. Okay, blue pad. This is nice because the event is going to be ending today. So that'll be nice to open up. Okay, we've got an Alpo leaderboard. Let's see what the rewards here are. So, okay, interesting stuff. Let's see. 30 microchips, we'll take that. They're selling the Bagliore pilot alone for $2. That's crazy. But yeah, that's actually something that was pretty nice. So last episode, we won the Bagliore, which is absolutely huge. So I'm very happy we got that. Let's quickly watch these supply center stuff. Okay. But yeah, cool stuff. Before we do anything, of course, we got to finish up our ad stuff. So let's quickly speed through that. And boom, just like that, we got our components. So making decent progress. We can just buy the leech once again for 1,000 gold now, which is pretty cheap. No chest bonus anymore, so no real reason to do that. Okay, seems they added the regulators into here. So where in the world are they? Regulator. Yeah. So this weapon is completely dead. So is the Magnetar. They got ridiculous damage nerfs, and I believe the Puncher is also one of the weapons that got really nerfed. For a full list of stuff, I think you can go to the official rebalance page and you can check out stuff there. But for the time being, we're going to be opening up these 100 chests because you can actually get motherships from these. And of course, we need the pilots, like I said. So we'll be opening up this over time, obviously with the 200% bonus still, because we do want the super chests as well. But yeah, I mean, for the time being, before we do anything, I do want to quickly go to the web shop and see what our gift is for today. So, reveal. We got 5 million silver. Okay, that's pretty huge. So we will happily be taking that. So 5 million silver, W. And okay, that is our reward for today. And of course, you always want to grab your free thorium. So our 500 thorium for the week has also reset, it seems. So we'll grab that as well. So 100 thorium, 500 thorium, ching, cha-chang, kaboom. We got it. All right. So now we have gotten all our rewards from the web shop, which is something you should always do, like I said. And here we are. All right. Now, of course, we got to watch the rest of the ads. So let's breeze through this. And 87 power cells. We can never have too many power cells because we burn through them pretty fast as you go up in the leagues. All right, but we have 20 million silver now, so with a discount, we should be able to get the Achikachi 2 Mark II, which is going to be pretty nice. And as for the other robots, I'd say, like I said, upgrading the Leo is going to be our top priority because we have the modules on this thing unlocked. So we'll definitely do that. And yeah, and for the time being, we watched all these ads. So the only thing left to do is to watch the shopping center ads. Boom, done. All right, so that is the ad chains done. All right, and then finally, all we have to do is watch our daily ads for this. But before we do that, let's quickly see if we can upgrade something else because I believe our upgrade did finish. I mean, we might as well start working towards upgrading the Bagliore because this thing, like I said, is an absolute beast. But wait, how much does the Leo cost to upgrade? 6 million in 4 days. Let's hold off on that because it's going to be pretty expensive. So we'll just wait for a discount and level this guy up in the meantime. All right. And then, yeah, let's just watch our daily ads and then we can hop in. All right. So we have watched all the ads that we can. Obviously, we can't watch these 2 ads because we've already spent 2 of our ads to watch the platinum ads, but that's fine. What the heck is this saying the exclamation mark for? There's nothing we can even claim. Okay, that's weird. All right, well, let's just hop into some games then. And yeah, Extermination is resetting very soon too, so that'll be pretty nice to see. But let's go see how painful the meta is after the rebalance. Okay, so we have dropped in on Power Plant. Oh, what should we start with? Honestly, let's start with our Leo, actually. I feel like right now we want to accumulate defense points. Okay, we can link to our Raptor here. This should give him a little bit of great protection. And that should also give us a little edge here. Okay, we can just kind of like hide over here. Try and see if we can get some damage in. Okay, this guy's got a Mars with Hurricanes. So yeah, something I've noticed about the Samjocks is Samjock is now noticeably weaker. Obviously, it's not going to be like dead, but it is going to be killable now. And if you try to rush people, as you guys can see here, the phase shift will end pretty quickly. And also the turret is a lot less accurate now. That's something that I've noticed. So yeah, like this guy's like just kind of hiding here, but notice how he no longer has stealth anymore. And then, yeah, now he's just going to go into phase shift, but he's going to pop out really soon. So let's see. Okay, yeah, the turret, as you guys can see, is like just not hitting us that often. Oh, wait, our Raptor died. Okay, we want to probably land then, because this is not good. Oh my god, we're locked down. This is like the worst possible outcome. Okay. Let's hopefully relink to our Fury here. Okay, we are linked in healing. Okay, let me get my controls in, and then we can fire at this guy's reflector shield. Should be able to do some decent damage on him. Okay, nice. Alright. We're doing pretty good. Okay, Samjock is a little bit of a problem right now for deathmatch because we don't really have a good counter for it, but we should still be fine. I don't know what this guy's doing. This guy's just getting absolutely cooked by the Samjock. Alright, let's go this way. See if we can do our percentage damage to the Harpy over here. Nice. Solid damage output. Okay, here's the Mars from earlier. Lucky for us, we still take 0 gray damage thanks to our link that we've got. So notice how our max health is going up. That's actually because of our immune amplifier. So that's pretty nice. Okay, we can fire this guy to try and bait him into going into his ability. This guy's got a scorpion. All right. Our friend is still alive and kicking, so that's good. Okay, can we do some damage on this guy? Not really. Okay. Samjok over here. This guy is still flying up. And nice, we finished him off. Our teammate is still somehow alive and not dead. Wow, that is the power of modules, guys. And the power of a Leo Link. Holy. Yeah, we need to skedaddle, though. I am not a fan of that Samjok turret. Okay. Right. So this guy's got the Mars still. Lucky for us, I think this guy should be cooked. Alright. Our teammate is unfortunately now going to go down. Okay, we gotta land and link to somebody else because we are going to get cooked otherwise. Okay, so we'll just land this way. We have a Teth right here, so we could probably link to him. Alright, 100,000 health. We are chilling. Alright, we'll just wait half a second and then we can link up to him. Alright, boom, boom. Okay, make sure we actually link to the Teth and not somebody random. So, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to link to the Teth here. Nice. Okay, we link to him. And then we can, okay, fight this Rex. So there's this Rex coming in here. Our Teth should be pretty tanky thanks to our link. So this Rex is just gone. Nice. Our Teth is still chilling too. And we should be able to get this guy down now. Okay, solid work. The enemy Samjok did die, I think. Actually, no, he's over here. So we should probably focus him down. Oh, never mind, that's not a Samjok, that's a sword. It's a jump unit sword. Interesting. Not exactly the build I would recommend running on that thing, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Okay. Our Teth is not going to die thanks to our link, so all we have to do really is just kind of play aggressively here. Try and go for this kill. Okay, here's the enemy sword over there. Okay, this should be able to get us a free kill, although the arm isn't really doing a lot of damage at the moment. The weakness of the arms, in my opinion, is honestly the energy shields. Okay, we don't want to shoot at that guy. So this guy's got a Leo. We can probably take him down. Alright. Solid damage. 11k, 12k. Okay. He's pretty low. Nice. Our teammate got him. This guy's got a shell. So let's see if we can do some damage on him. Okay, unfortunately our teammate did die. We did lose our link as well, so we got to back up. I think our Teth teleported away from us. So that's not the most ideal. Here, let's land. And then we can link up to somebody else. Yeah, so there goes our Teth, I think. That's bye-bye. As you guys saw, the Teth did die pretty easily. So you have to be very careful now when running Teth. This guy's got a Curie, so we could probably link to him. Alright. Alright, let's go this way. Where are their Titans? Okay, this guy's got a Dagon. He's got the Tejas. So it's not the strongest build right now. Okay, this guy's got a Bjorn too, so we should probably back up. I think we're also getting hit by Kaji mines, which is less than ideal. But it's fine, because, again, we're still linked. Although we might be dead here, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, we did die. I think we died to Frozen Scorn. Yep, it's fine. We can fly up with our Ether now. Hopefully do some damage. Okay, this guy's got the Bjorn. And lucky for us, he is close by. So this should be doing a lot of damage. I'm going to hold our fire for a second. Oh my god, wait. The ammo capacity on the Moonin is absolutely garbage right now. Do you guys see this? The weapon is just gone. That is insane. That is just insane. Okay, wait. So if I like do damage here, how much damage does this do? It does like no damage. Wait, that's actually ridiculous that they nerfed it that much. Okay, so the chains might be completely dead, which is unfortunate because we actually won one from the chest. So how much damage are we doing here? Yeah, like our ether weapon is doing significantly more damage compared to anything else that we've got. Okay. Can we at least do some work against that guy? Maybe not. Yeah, I might actually swap back to the Retaliator because this is like pretty sad, honestly. The damage output on the Moonin. I was going to upgrade the Moonin originally, but I guess we just wait and scrap it because these chain weapons just do not hit anymore. Like, you see that? Like, we did some damage, sure, but like we have no ammo capacity. That's kind of very depressing. Okay, let's see this. All right. Can we go for this guy? I mean, actually, I guess that's not the worst damage output. I don't think it's worth scrapping, maybe. Here, wait, let's see if we can do some damage. Yeah, I don't think it's like the end of the world. Okay, we're gonna get the kill on that guy, thankfully. There is a Kaji firing at us though, so we gotta be careful. Okay, thank you, Sirius. Healing turret. The goat. Alright, we should be able to slap this guy. Oh, we're gonna get hit by Frozen Scorn. We gotta skedaddle. Okay. Some damage on the Dagon. Okay, hopefully our ability can finish him off, because that'd be nice. We're lagging a bit. Although we did kill him. Nice. Okay, so he's got the Mark II Tejas. He's got an interesting setup there. And we can drop in with our own Ochikachi now. So hopefully we can get some damage in. Okay, wait. There's a Kaji over here. Okay, so we gotta... Let's run this way and try to knock him out. Nice, huge. Oh god, he's got the Kaji mines going. Okay, maybe we can do some damage on this guy. Hopefully finish him off. Nice, huge. Wait, how do we get a double kill? Okay, let's heal up because we are about to die. Oh, never mind, we're just cooked. Mark II Teth, unfortunate. Oh, never mind, Mark III Teth. What the heck? Mark III? Scarab ES as well. Wow, interesting. And then what do we have here then we can drop? Okay, we'll drop our Seraph. Let's move it farther back over here. Because we do have our powerful ability here that can hopefully help us deal with the Teth. Okay. So here we go. We're not exactly hitting him, but it's fine. Okay, 60,000 damage, 70,000 damage, 80,000 damage. Okay, solid damage output. And I think our Titans will be able to finish him off. Maybe? Question mark? Or maybe I get the kill? Nope, never mind. Our teammate gets the kill there. Nice. Okay, so here's the Minos charging in. So we can hopefully fly up and deal some damage to him. Or maybe not. We're kind of hidden under cover here. Okay, we're suppressed, which is unfortunate. Still solid damage though, like 20,000 damage to a Titan. Not the most, but I mean, we'll take it. I think we need to prioritize this Nodens over there, because this bull, this Minos, is just going to be absolutely tearing through us. Oh! Okay, so he's got the Bulava weapons. Nice. Okay, here, let's fly up and go for this Nodens. Never mind, we got to go for the Ether. We might be cooked here though. Yeah, we just got absolutely destroyed. The Ether is just superior. And he's got the ultimate Minos pilot. Interesting. Alright, then our final bot, we'll just drop in the Bagliore. Drop our little beacon here, kind of charge up our ammo capacity. And then maybe we should be able to do some solid work here. Okay, we are getting hit pretty hard though. Oh god. We'll have to teleport away. And we might be cooked. Yeah, we just can't do anything. Unfortunate. They just have a stronger Titan. Oh wait, we can actually drop one more thing. Okay. I mean, we'll drop our Aochin then. Okay. So this guy's got the Rook. We are going to be game over against this enemy team because they have stronger stuff. I generally think that like if we equip like the Elox/Mirix weapons on the Acho, I think it'll pop off pretty hard. Ooh, 120 modules, we'll take that. Okay, 3 million damage done in one game. I'd say that's pretty good. We're fighting against Gold League players, so pretty strong enemies. So this guy's got the Nodens. He's got Nuo, Samja, Kaji, Sword. Very solid bots here. Like that's a meta Kaji setup right there. He's got the Ultimate Destroyer, so he's an old-time player. 500 games played, so this is probably like a second account. He's got the Rex as well. Maybe he spent some money, I don't know. He could just be a guy who's been playing for a long time. Let's see this guy. So he's got the Sirius, he's got Samjok, Raptor, Ravager, Typhon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty free to play, I'd say. He's got a low-level Rex, but he doesn't really use it, I'd see. Yeah, I mean, he just needs to level up his gear. That's a pretty solid hanger. And what about this guy? He's also Diamond. So, oh wow, this guy's Diamond with this gear? Okay, he's just got Mark II robots. So that's probably why. He's got a Mark II Leo. Yeah, he's just probably a long-time player. Let's see how many wins he's got. Yeah, 3,700 wins, basically. He's just been playing the game for a long time. Props to you, sir. Holy. So he was the guy who was running the Minos that we were fighting earlier. So, well played. Yeah, we gained trophies because we were still placing pretty high in the team. I genuinely think though, like if we get better weapons for the Ochikachi, this could be better. Maybe here. So let me go to the, where is it? Oh my god, the zoom in kind of annoys me, but we'll swap in this with a Pinata. Because I do think that the Acho will be a better bot for, where is it? The Acho will be a better bot for the Gengyou. Okay, so we'll equip that, and then obviously medium weapons. This would be lovely to have, but again, it is banned, so I cannot use it. That aside, I do also want to change out the Moonin. So the Moonin is normally, I would say, a decent upgrade, but I'm actually going to argue now, I don't think the chains are going to be that good. The ammo capacity on those things, as you guys just saw, is absolutely garbage. 6-second reload for basically like 3 seconds of firing. That's pretty bad. I think the best setup for brawlers will probably be the bubble machine guns now, or maybe like these rockets. These rockets I know will do a lot of damage to certain titans. So yeah, and also like these things, I heard they got a decreased reload, but I guess they didn't implement it. I don't know. Yeah, like honestly, oh, Venier and Vinci are out. Okay, so these will be the best weapons. They're basically like Equalizer Arbiter, but without a range limiter, and also they can fire indefinitely. So I would highly recommend getting them if you can. I doubt you can even get them right now though, because they're supposed to be in the Princeps datapad. So yeah, like what is this? Yeah, this is just the Rex datapad. I don't think they have the Princeps Titan pad, right? Like the Titan datapad here, as you guys can see, does not have those weapons at all, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We'll just try rocking the Ocho now, I guess. All right, nothing really exciting in this next clip, which is why I'm just kind of going through it. We basically just play a game, test out the Gengo. Again, didn't really do much because we fight against a Mars with the same Mogwin setup and we end up getting cooked. And the rest of the game is just typical. There's nothing really too noteworthy about it, so I thought I'd just skip over it. But yeah, we also finished our daily tasks with this, and then you guys can hear me talk about a bit more about the Ocho now. Yeah, my biggest concern right now is the fact that we don't really have anything that can take down Kaji, and that concerns me quite a bit. Because Ochikachi like is a great like robot, but this thing is more meant to hold down beacons. It's not really an assassin, and Kaji just has like no counters. The only thing that I can think of is the leech, and the reason why like I'm building the leech right now is because this thing is so good at basically counteracting robots. I don't know exactly what the interaction with the leech and Kaji mines are, but in theory we should be able to just insta-kill a Kaji with it. Okay, supply center reset, so I'll probably be spinning these, but we'll play a couple games first before we do that. All right, let's go in for one last one. All right, I'm skipping over this one too because we didn't really like get any exciting or riveting gameplay from this one either. Just another one of those matches that we just have to do to kind of grind our way to champs. But yeah, I mean, something that I noted was, yes, replacing the Moonin with the Retaliator was a good decision because you get 200 meters basically extra range, or I guess it's 150 meters. And the damage of the Vengeance and the Retaliator are actually pretty good. The only downside is that they have a long reload time and they also take a long time to shoot their ammo capacity. But if you can ignore those, they actually do decent damage. So I think it was worth swapping out, but yeah, that's pretty much all that happened in this battle. That's nothing really else noteworthy. So let's get back to the leaderboard. Actually, I do want to show you guys this funny little clip. The Rook aimed for the Condor and he just fell straight off the map. I don't know if somebody you caught it, but yeah, thought it was kind of funny. Well, I mean, pretty good stuff. We are progressing pretty fast. We're nearly at 1,700 trophies, which is officially like a third of the way to Champions League, which is pretty cool. Something I do want to say, by the way, is I think that the sword unit got nerfed pretty hard. So sword is obviously still a OP bot. The arms obviously still work magnificently because they weren't nerfed pretty hard either. But the issue is the sword unit now cannot execute people consistently because they have the execute durability. I think it went from 15% to 7% on the pilot. And also it flies a lot shorter and the sword base damage is really weak. So it's still a strong bot, but you kind of need the arms to make it function. So yeah, that's just my general thoughts on the sword. Samjuk is obviously still decent, and stuff like that. All right, let's just watch these ads and then close it out. And 150,000 silver. Okay, not bad, honestly. Okay, well, we just got to keep upgrading stuff. I'm actually going to speed this up because I do want to maximize our efficiency here. Yeah, notice how it gets really tanky over time. So I'm just going to speed it up until the timer gets a little bit more expensive. So yeah, there we go. A day and 4 hours. I'll use the 2 million silver here to upgrade that Bagliore a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, we got to work on our weapons, I think, a bit. So probably what I'll be doing is I'll wait till we get a little bit more of a consistent setup on the Ocho and then level it up. And then also, I don't know. I mean, the Leo, the arm, we don't really need to level the arm because, again, percentage damage. I think maybe out of the weapons here, we focus on upgrading the decay because the decay seems to be doing quite a lot of work for the range it has. So we'll probably upgrade that. And maybe also the incinerator because this thing, I think the incinerator build for the Bagliore might be pretty good, especially because you can activate the blast effect pretty often with it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one where hopefully the new event will be in. So that'll give us a lot of data pads to open too. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Yvette signing off. I got you, didn't I? Nah, I'm just kidding. It's not over yet. One more episode. Let's roll. Hello and welcome back to the War Robots free-to-play speedrun, where I try to go from a brand new account to Champions League as fast as I possibly can. So apparently we had a blue pad, and also here's the total number of days. The new update is officially here. As you guys can see, the music has changed, and also we got 1,000 Samjock components. That's pretty nice. The only issue is, I believe we are going to be 500 short of getting a Samjock, which is very unfortunate, because I believe Samjock is no longer in the blue data pad. Oh, new ultimate data pad. What's in it? Can I not check? Okay. Interesting. New operation. New blue pad. Okay, we'll take that. And anything here? Nope, I don't see it. All right, so components-wise, I believe we're going to be, 500 short of a Samjock, and unfortunately, there is no way to get those final components, which is kind of a bummer, not gonna lie. But we'll see what we get here. Okay, so our daily rewards. Ooh, it's the Pathfinder. I actually knew about this though. That's why I'm not overreacting. Trust me, this is amazing. Pathfinder, I think, is now back in the top 5 now that Teth is nerfed. And this is actually a very solid setup. The triple Chiones, I think is what they're called. Yep, the Chion. I actually used to run this build before I swapped to the Hussars. So yeah, the fact that we get a free Pathfinder is absolutely insane. For new accounts especially, this is going to be amazing. Although the issue is you have to be level 30 in order to get it. The other thing that I thought was really nice is the rewards are actually pretty good for this time. As you guys can see, we are getting a Dorito at 25 points instead of a silver red pad, I believe is what it was. We're also, instead of a silver purple pad, we're getting a full-on gold red pad, which is a guaranteed weapon, ×2. And then, of course, the guaranteed purple pad, which wasn't here before. And then we're also getting a guaranteed Hestatus pad, which is insane. So obviously Hestatus is the new robot. This thing is basically immortal if you know how to use it properly. It's also a very good Titan killer. I'm actually going to call it the Dux 2.0 for that reason. And then of course the new weapons. These things are basically machine guns that apply the blast charge effect. And then of course this is what makes the Hestatus extra broken. It gets shield breaker and completely, well, not completely, but basically provides some mitigation of defense during the ability, which is why it is the mini Dux. That being said though, follow the link is 5 points this time. So we'll do it, I mean, because we have to come here anyways for the web shop rewards. Obviously, I guess it hasn't been exactly 24 hours, so we'll just claim that tomorrow, I guess. And I believe our reward today is modules. Yep, 150 modules. So we'll take that and claim that. Obviously, we won't be claiming the thorium for the time being because I did log in a little bit early. All right. So that is our 5 points. And we got that. So we might as well just open up this blue pad for the time being. Obviously, as you guys can see, the Teth is now in the blue pad. And the Samjock and the Kirin, Magua, and Gengil are gone, which makes me very sad because that was the Acho's best build, in my opinion. But that means we have the the Hedgets inside our hangar. So that is now fair game to use. Yes, we do have 2 limited edition ones, but they're in the blue pad now, so I will call it fair game. Okay, we got a blue reward. What do we get? 1,000 arms. Okay. I feel like the arms are going to get another nerf now that they're super duper common. So, I mean, they're still going to be good for the time being, but like I said, you don't really need to upgrade them anyways. Oh, free common pad. Okay, we'll take that. And then we get a ton of common pads from this, as we did last event. And then, what is this? Okay, follow the link. We'll do that. So we are going back yet again. Okay. So that is a free common pad, I believe. No, combat boosters, but will be a free common pad soon. And then the next task will be available in a couple hours. So we'll be upgrading this pass over time. Obviously, you have the typical ultimate path. So this one gives us also some rewards. So weapon datapad, and I believe the ultimate datapad this time has some decent rewards. So we have the ultimate Spectre. This thing was the very first ultimate that came out alongside the ultimate Orkans. So solid build if you know what you're doing with it. We also get the ultimate Vortex, which got a solid reload buff. So this thing is actually decent now. I would actually say the best robot for this is the Pathfinder. And we're getting that for free, so that's pretty cool. Ultimate Wasp is the newest ultimate weapon. I don't know how good it is. Apparently it's like a decent sniper cannon. And then of course we have the ultimate Pulsar. This is slightly better than the regular Pulsars. I have one of these that I haven't leveled yet on my main account. It's decent, but you're gonna need to level it quite a bit if you want to make it work. But anyways, that aside, that is that. We do have that one extra blue pad and the red pad, so we'll open these. Starting with the red pad, we get a blue reward, and we got 1,000 Gladius. Okay, so this is the new light weapon. Interesting. I haven't seen gameplay of those, by the way, yet, so I don't know exactly what they do. All I've heard are rumors. We got a purple reward. Okay, what is this? Ooh, okay. 2,500 Nuo components. We'll take that. So where does that put us in the components category? So we are halfway to a Nuo, a little over halfway, which is really nice. And obviously we'll be watching these ads real quick, so let's do that. Booyah, ad watched, cha-ching, and now we are literally a couple days away from getting the leech. It's now 900 gold, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, see what's in here. So we already did this last episode, as you guys remember. And then I believe we get 300 keys for the reward for today, because I logged in with my main account to try out the new update. Oh, never mind. This account only gets 50 thorium. Interesting. I mean, thorium is always welcome, so we'll take it. I guess the reward differs for everyone. And then, of course, we have our ad chains, which I'm going to go watch. And then we can speed over to some gameplay afterwards. And boom. All ads have been watched. And that means we are done with that. We are currently sitting at 1,000 keys, basically. Remember, I'm not going to be opening these chests for the time being. I will be opening them in the future, but for now, I do want to get some more mothership components. And on top of that, I do want to get some pilots for our robots. These pilots will be making a huge difference for the robots that we're using right now. And as for leaderboard, currently the drone one is the only one still active, so this won't be really too much of an impact for us. If you guys ever want to finish this leaderboard for the drone, all you have to do is level up 2 drones to level 9. Going from level 1 to level 9 will give you 2,000 points. Going from level 1 to level 12 should give you about 3,600 points. So if you want, for the cheapest price, I think going from level 1 to level 9 is cheapest. And then maybe if you do have the extra to go for it, you could go to here and then obviously get a drone up to like level 4 or something like that. And that should give you enough to get the final drone reward. But that aside, I believe we are almost done with our ads. I think, oh wait, speaking of which, what is this? Okay, so 2 gold pads for spending keys, and then Titan data pad for getting this many keys. This is unrealistic to obtain for a free-to-play player, because even if you were to hoard up keys for an entire month, you would not have enough to get. Actually, you might have enough to get it, but you would have to have the stars align for you, so I don't think that's realistic to go. That's mostly for people who buy keys. That aside, anything else here? Okay, so there's no platinum ads, so no need to do that. And then we'll just watch these and then move on to our gameplay. And boom, all our ads are done. So cha-ching. And we get those 50 gold, and then we also get these juicy rewards. All right, so we are currently done with our ads. This is our current resource haul. As you guys can see, we are doing pretty solidly in terms of our overall resources. So pretty good. And I'm actually going to be doing something, so let me just quickly watch this ad. Okay, ad has been watched. What I'm going to be doing though is I'm actually going to be using the my.games launcher instead of the BlueStacks emulator for actual battles. So what I'm going to be doing from now on is, since we are approaching higher leagues, there's going to be more and more lag going on. And because of that, I think the best approach that we can be doing is we simply just migrate over to the my.games launcher, since that is very smooth compared to the emulator. So yeah, I will see you guys over there in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are now in the my.games launcher. I don't know if you can tell because the graphics are a little bit different. Let me just turn back the music because I was on here with my main account. But yeah, very smooth interface now. Like I said, those are rewards. And the only downside of playing on the my.games launcher is if you log in, you cannot use ads, as you can see. So that is the only downside. Everything else is really smooth. I'm assuming the Steam version is also like this. But yeah, we're gonna have to finish up our battles within the next 36 minutes, because if I stay on here when this thing refreshes, we will only be able to spin it 3 times instead of 4, which is honestly a pretty big nerf. So let's just go in and have some fun. All right, we have dropped in on Dead City. Yeah, it's a lot smoother here now. We'll drop in with our Acho on this side. We are in Team Deathmatch. The other cool thing is, by the way, Extermination resets tomorrow. So the nice thing about that is we will be able to be using our Seraph and stuff. So yeah, like I said, the sense in the My.games launcher is high. If you guys remember from the 500 sub special, the War Robots Wheel of Pain, I use the My.games launcher on my main account. Okay, should we help our teammate out here and fight those guys? I don't like how Fafnir is going over there though, okay. So we'll have to play a little bit carefully. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because now we can't complete this build, which is going to be very, very bad for us. Okay, so our Fafnir is probably going to die here because he's taking like fire from a bunch of people. Is he still alive? I can't tell. Either way, let's go for this guy because he's fighting alone and our teammates are jumping him. So we should be able to take this guy out pretty easily. So 300 meter range is what we have, so we can just get a little bit closer and then fire away at him. Okay, I don't know what he's running, but he's pretty tanky. Maybe it's a Fenrir of sorts. Yeah, I think it's a Fenrir. So we can just charge in at him like this, and we should be able to, yep, finish him off just like that. So he just got absolutely jumped by our team. We'll take that. And I'm assuming he's not going to be spawning here. Okay, yep, he spawned on the other side of the map. So, right. I might honestly change our weapons to the Hedgets now that we can use those. So although we don't have like the Gengyo, Magwan, and Kirin anymore, like unlockable, we can still get them from black market chests if they're available. And I think for the time being, we can use Egyptian balls because the benefit of the Egyptian balls is we can actually hide in a corner and fight. So, okay, we should be able to delete this Fury with a bunch of our damage here. Okay, nice. Decent damage output. I think we should be able to charge in and finish him off. Never mind, our teammate gets the kill. We'll take that still. Okay. So this guy dropped in with a Leo. I think we should be fine still. So we have our Hawkeye drone to do a lot of the work for us. All right, we'll be corner shooting a little bit here. Okay. So 50,000 damage. Let's just charge in with our ability. Kind of shove him into the corner. Finish him off. Nice. Okay. I don't know what that guy's running, but we need to keep our distance here. All right. Oh, is that a, I think that's a Bagliore, right? Or that's either a Bagliore or a, I forgot the name, the Behemoth. Okay, we can just ignore this guy. All right. So we can use our mothership here to do some damage, I think. Yep. And then we can use Hawkeye to do a lot of damage here. All right, nice. We're using our ability. Hopefully we should be able to finish this guy off. Never mind, he teleported. Okay. So he is using a Bagliore. Okay, we're going to have to use our heal module here, otherwise we are going to die. All right, we're somehow still alive, thanks to advanced repair. And I think we should be able to finish these guys off too, because we just hide for a bit to heal. This Samjok is going to come and try and fight us. And we can just counteract him if he does. Okay. Yep, here we go. So solid damage. I think we can finish him. Nice. Yep, he got cocky there. And I think the Bagliore... Okay, the Bagliore is dead, so we'll take that. Okay, we have a Mercury fighting this guy. I think we managed to help him a little bit here. Nice. Assist. Okay. And then we can use a repair unit again to heal up a bit more. All right. So we are currently doing pretty well, I would say. This Mercury is coming over this way, so we gotta back up. But if they get too close, then we can just use our ability to shove them away from us. So let's see what we can do here. All right, here's this guy. All right. Oh, wait, this is actually huge. This is a lot of damage we can do here. All right. We did some decent work. We basically just tanked like a bajillion shots. As you guys can see, we had 100 dot stacks, I think, which is absolutely insane. All right. I mean, we're still fine, though. Again, none of that was great damage, thankfully. Okay. You can use our repair. This guy's got the Mercury, but we should be able to shove him away with our ability. Yep. So now he can't even slam on us. We can kill the Ao-Chin as a result. And then this guy should be a free kill too. So, yep. We are going to be able to fight him. We're going to have to repair, maybe. Oh, wait, they have a sword. Oh, shoot. The last thing I want to be fighting right now. Okay. We are probably going to go down here. Let's at least try to finish off this Samjok. Okay. Decent work. Decent work. Okay, we didn't finish him off completely, but I'd say we did decent impact there. Okay, they have a Mars over there. All right. And then we can drop in our Ether from this side. Yeah, like when there's no lag going on, like the the Orkans and the rockets in general are a lot easier to use. So it's pretty good that we're swapping over to this platform. All right, we'll fire at this guy. He's just going to be gone. Okay, let's see who else we can go for. This guy over here. So he's also got a Samjok. All right, we'll have to fall back though because these enemies are kind of just spamming Samjoks right now. The good thing is now that Samjok is no longer obtainable in blue pads, we won't be seeing it as often, I think. Okay, the keybinds are all over the place, so this is kind of awkward for me. But yeah, all right. Yeah, the Samjok being gone is both a blessing and a curse because now we won't be able to get it. Like we're sitting at 9,500 components. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world because we can just sell it for silver. But it's like so sad because we were so close to getting one and now it's just gone from the data pads. It happens though. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. That's not in our power. So we'll just have to make do with what we have. All right, that Arthur was fighting us, but then he realized he was losing, so he kind of just ran. Okay, let's see what the enemies are. So they're stacked over this way, 2 in their spawn over there, 2 over here. I think the game plan is, okay, we have a Kaji firing mines into that Arthur. Okay. I think the plan is we just fight this Ether. Okay, so we can fire our weapons into him. He's not looking at us either, thankfully, thanks to our sword unit friend. And we should melt him. Yep, there we go, free kill. And then we can get the links as well. All right, so solid damage, nice. And then we can move over this way, land on top of the building. So now we have a height advantage. Please tell me I can walk up here. Yep, thank you. Okay, let's reload our weapons so that we can have the ammo capacity back when we go to attack these guys. Okay, I can't really see what they're running. I think that's the regular Arthur over there, so we can just fly over this way, hopefully hit them from around the corner. All right, so solid damage output right now. Okay, we finished him off, I think. Nice, and then we can go for the kid as well. So this is the kid. I think he's a very leveled kid Titan because he has a lot of health. Probably level 50 or 60, I'd say. Okay, we'll have to go this way. I think we should be able to finish him off though. I don't think anybody else will be able to steal the kill because we have the Titan weapons and nobody else does. All right, so kill. Yep, thank you. We'll use our mothership here. And then we can go for this guy as well. Finish him off. Nice, godlike. Then we can go for this guy. He's in a Samjok though, so I don't know if we can kill him. Okay, this guy's got the kid. All right, we'll drop over on top of this wall right here. He's not moving. Is he just a bot or something? Oh no, never mind, here he is. Okay. He came back, but he is gonna die, I think. Never mind, we managed to yoink the kill. We'll take that. And then where's another guy? Okay, so there's a series here. Are people just AFK? What the heck? This guy is like dying before he even fully dropped his Titan. Yeah, we should be able to finish this guy. Yep, there we go. And yeah, we can finish this guy off too, I think. With our laser beam. Yep, there we go. Living legend. And the reason why we're doing so much damage, by the way, is because we currently have a 57% damage boost thanks to our Titan nuke amp. So pretty solid game, I'd say. For some weird reason, the enemies were just standing still, so we'll take that. We probably did like 3 million damage this game, if we're lucky 4 million, but we'll see. Okay. Oh yeah, 3 million, 4 million. I was spot on. Okay, we also got a battle crate reward, I think. Never mind, we didn't. We're close to getting it. We're also about to rank up into gold. So we are now in the challenge progress. So we're going to be hitting gold 3 after 5 games, I think. We also got 5 keys, 2,000 honor points. The enemy team, let's see. So, okay, this guy had a bedware, but he didn't drop the bedware. Interesting. Nodens, yeah, we didn't see his Titan. Maybe we finished off his hanger before he fully dropped it. Decent stuff. He needs to level up the gear, I'd say. And also, he doesn't have the Teth pilot, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's see what this guy had. So this guy had the Sirius. He also has a bunch of meta gear. He also has a Rex, interesting. What does this guy have? Okay, so this guy has the kid, okay. Bagliore, Leo, stuff like that. Interesting. And then I'm trying to find the guy who had the leveled up kid. So this guy's the guy with the ether. He has no modules, by the way, which is why we just absolutely tore him to pieces when we fought him. And maybe the last guy is the guy with the kid. Yeah, so here's the guy who we fought, the level 65 kid. Like I said, level 50, 60, spot on. So yeah, like when you play the game for a while, you can kind of eyeball what level gear people have. Especially since, for me at least, I've been running a ton of stuff over time. So I have an idea of how strong bots are. If you have questions, by the way, like always leave them. I'll try my best to answer, even though I do get busy sometimes. But yeah, so solid team, honestly. That was probably just a team diff. Also, the enemies weren't that strong, and we just kind of tore them all to pieces. So pretty solid. Ooh, what is this? Okay. So for the price of, okay, $1, $2, $3, $4. Ooh, for $4, it's actually not that bad. So you'll be getting basically a guaranteed 2 super chests, because with a 200% bonus, that's 10,000 keys. It should be enough. And then 3,300 gold, 40 million silver, and 4,000 memoriam. Honestly, not a bad offer. We're also getting spammed though, now by even more offers. Ooh, and the event bonus is on. Oh, W. So there is a doubled super chest bonus. We'll take that. And I believe we also finished this task. So boom, there we go. I don't know if this is going to be worth going for, because as you guys can see, oh wait, actually, oh, they updated the rewards. Wait, they updated the rewards. Wait, in the past, this used, if you guys remember, in the past, this used to be 1 reward and then nothing for a bunch of rewards and then a small reward and then nothing for a bunch of rewards. They updated it. It's actually good to do this now. Okay, we'll take that. All right, we'll be going for this then, for this event. So we just did our damage. So we need to destroy 5 enemies for 50 modules next. This is insane. That's actually really good. Okay, we'll take that. And then I believe we can also be spinning on our chest now. So we are currently sitting at 994 keys. Again, I'm not going to be spinning this chest for a while because we do need the pilots. So let's open up the 100 chests. And by the way, these chests differ for every person. If you need resources, upgrade, keep spinning the 10 chest. If you need, oh, we got the crisis pilot. We'll take that. If you need the pilots and battle motherships, then go for the 100 chest. And then if you need gear, go for the last chest. Right now, we're pretty solid on gear, I'd say. So I'm just going to keep opening these pilot chests. We'll open them all at once. Okay, let's see what we get. So we got the Manny pilot. That one's good generally. 30 gold, kind of mid. Okay, we got the Harold Hound pilot, also kind of mid. 30 gold again. We got the Fafnir pilot. That one's good. We got the Raphael Petit flamethrower pilot. 30 gold again. And then what's our last reward going to be? No shot. No! We were so close. We were so close. But we got the Dagon pilot. You get extra shield, basically, while you are in your ability. So yeah, as you guys can see, our super chest is still progressing pretty decently. But man, that's so sad. We were so close to getting the Ocho pilot. That would have been so nice. And also, I think this is the better Ocho pilot too. Actually, maybe not for higher leagues. For the lower leagues, this is pretty good. But in the higher leagues, this is going to be really nice because as you guys saw, we had 100 like dot stacks, I think. And this basically makes it so that we have 100 defense points, which is about 50% defense to counter enemy robots. So kind of unfortunate that we didn't land on the autopilot. But like I said, you're going to have to spin those for a while in order to get the final reward that you want. I think it's only like a 2% chance. So we'll just have to keep going. But yeah, kind of solid chest opening there. All right, we have dropped in on Rome. Okay, we'll drop in here with the Ocho again. Also, that just reminds me, I probably should have put the Manny pilot on our Ocho because the Manny pilot, if you guys don't know, is inspired off of Manny Gaming, a very fun YouTuber that I like to watch. He was part of the mentor program before, of course, he had a little bit of beef with Pixonic. So he is no longer part of it. Wow, wait, do you guys see that? Okay, I used the ability to knock him away, but oh god. I used the ability to knock him away, but as you guys can see, we were doing some solid damage against that sword. Okay, let's see if they charge us again, because if they charge us again, we should be able to knock him away once more and do some solid work on him. Okay, this sword is being aware of me now because he's kind of scared. It's fine. Should be able to get a little bit closer here. Maybe get some work in. I think Hawkeye should be able to hit the Leo. Okay, oh god, here they come. Oh god. Oh god. So we're gonna have to use our ability here, which is unfortunate. Okay, nice. We can hide. All right. Wow. That was a lot more damage than I was expecting. So that was kind of like shocking. Okay, some damage against the Leo. I think that's a high level Leo because we're not doing any damage to him. Although we were suppressed too, so I guess that has an impact. We need to figure out a way to deal with these sword units because they are going to be a big problem for our team. Maybe I can walk over this way and try fighting him. Okay. I mean, we're doing some chip damage on him. Okay, this guy has the Aegis shield, I think from a mothership. Nice. We did some chip damage. He's probably going to try and fly up and go for us now. Never mind. He's just completely ignoring us. This Leo, though, still wants us. Oh, God. Nice. He got caught on a wall, so we'll take that. This guy's not linked to anybody, so he doesn't have gray damage protection, so we should be able to just chip him away a bit. Okay. Alright. He's got some low-level weapons, too, I think. Alrighty. This is kind of bad, though, because we are in a pretty poor spot right now, I'd say. We're healing up a little bit, though, so we'll take that at least. But I am not a fan of where we're at. Okay, we can just chip this guy a little bit with our abilities. Nice. W corner shooting there. And then these guys are both sword units over here. Okay, we'll have to hide for the time being, but if they land, they are going to be goners. Okay, this Crisis is just dead. Lovely. This guy's got the thing going. All right, there we go. So we can knock this guy out, and we should be able to finish him. Although, actually, we might be dead before. But he's stuck in the open. Team, can we finish him off, please? Never mind. We can't. Interesting from our team there. We'll just drop our Bagliore, though, and hopefully get some work in. Okay. So this guy's flying up still. Interesting. He charges towards our teammate there. He's going to land. We have our damage boosts up, so wherever he lands, we should be able to do a ton of damage. Never mind. This guy's got the regular Lancelot. We'll just finish him off. Wow, look at the damage up what we're doing. Holy. And I think we finished him. Nice. Okay, there's a bit of an issue, though. Okay, I'm going to have to pray that we can teleport away. Never mind. We teleported in the same spot. We love when that happens. Yeah, this guy, we just can't do anything. He has a Mark II sword, so that's why he was so tanky. Let's try dropping our Seraph and see if we can finish him off. Okay, our teammate here has dropped in 2 to help. Right? I mean, solid damage, but not anywhere near enough to kill him, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna have to play this a little bit smart here. Okay, can we launch our thermites? Okay, we did some damage. W. And I think the sword unit is still alive, by the way. We gotta finish this guy off somehow. Goodness. I mean, 20,000 damage. I don't think that's gonna hit him. Yeah, he's too high up. Sorry, he's too like behind cover. And it's pretty bad too, because if we drop our ether on this guy, our ether is not gonna do anything against him. Okay, he's gonna try and charge to one of us. Oh god. Okay, I didn't want to use my ability there, but I mean, this is fine, I guess. Maybe we can lock onto him from here and shoot him over the wall. Boom. Okay, we completely missed him. Interesting. Can our teammate at least get the blast charge effect on him? Yeah, we're just cooked. Oh god. All right. This is kind of a problem because we got to finish this guy off. Maybe we can drop our Strider and just full on like death rush him. I think this is the best chance we have. Okay, so he's going to get his ability back though by the time we actually get to him because the sword unit only has a 15-second ability cooldown. So we're going to have to like move over this way, hide behind this wall, wait for him to fly up one more time, and then finish him off after he lands. So here we go. He's flying one more time. And he's not going to be ready for us. So we can just move over this way, prime our dashes to get our damage boost up, and then boom, he's just going to be gone. Yep, bye-bye, sir. Nice knowing you. So yeah, you have to like target enemies like that, like I keep saying. You have to be very, very careful. Honestly, we might actually want to put the hedges on this guy then, because the Strider is still really good for like ambush mobility. I don't know, we'll test it out on the Strider, and if it works on the Acho, we'll swap it over to the Acho. But for the time being, I don't think it's too big of an impact here. Okay. So this Samjock just came out of phase shift, so this should be a free kill if we can get close. All right. Never mind. He has Mark II gear. Wow. Mark II Samjock. Okay, I thought that was a free kill, but again, that's the power of leveling up your gear. All right. Should be able to get close here though, and maybe snag a kill on somebody. Kind of flew a little bit early, so that's kind of unfortunate. Where are the enemies? I don't see anybody. So there's their Titan. Okay, so everybody is just hiding in their spawn. They have a bunch of Leos, which is good for us because Leos are not very strong in terms of firepower. we should be able to just get in close and finish him off, because Leos do get killed pretty quickly by Titan weapons. So here we go. Yep, as you guys can see, we are absolutely tearing through the Leo. So bye-bye, Leo. And then we can also tear through him. So we are suppressed at the moment, so we are going to be doing like no damage. However, we can now fly up, and we should be able to finish that guy off. Nice. Then we can also go for the Nodens. He's got the bubble guns though, so we got to back off. Okay. We're doing solid damage against him. Nice. Can we finish him off, actually? We did. Okay, nice. We killed off their Titan and their Leos. Unfortunately, we did get sniped by that Crisis, but I'd say we did some decent work there. We can probably link to our Harpy and heal him up. Nice. And then we also have a Mirrormets, though, so we gotta... Once we heal this guy up a little bit, we'll probably land again. So, alright. Goodness. So this guy's got the Elox Murix, so that's why he's hitting us really hard. Okay, we can land. We should be able to link up to our Mirrormets now. Yeah, our Mirrormets is doing some really solid work because he's got decent Titan weapons. Okay. So here he is landing again. We should be able to link to him. Hopefully save him. Okay. Can we keep our Titan alive? Hopefully. So we are healing him quite a bit here. He isn't taking a lot of damage. And yeah, we should be able to finish this guy off now. So boom. Finishing kill, please. Nice. Okay, I think our Titan got the finishing kill, so we'll take that. Alright, Mirrormets is doing solid work. And also, gray damage can't be taken even by weapons that do gray damage. So that's why the Leo and Nuo links are so strong. Okay, we're doing solid work against this guy. Nice. This guy's in the emoji, but as you guys can see, we still have like no gray damage taken, which is absolutely bonkers. Okay, should be able to finish this guy off. He might self-destruct, honestly. Never mind. He's actually being a good sport. And yeah, we're going to win this game solely off of that. And look at the insane healing this Leo has. Like, there's a reason why I say this thing is one of the top 5 robots in the game. Genuinely one of the strongest. So, by the way, if you're curious about the updated list right now, post rebalance, I'd say the Nuo, Bagliore, and the Ducks are tied for first for free to play. 4th place I would put as the Leo, and then 5th place I'd probably put as Pathfinder. That list is obviously subjective. Don't take my complete word for it, but in general, the top 15 robots should stay the same no matter what league you're in. So we got 1,000 honor points for that. We got these rewards, so that's nice. We got some keys. We're still, of course, ranking up right now, so we're doing pretty solidly. And what is our teammate here? So he's in silver too. He's the one who had the Mirrormets, okay. So solid stuff. He also had the Basilisk, by the way. The Basilisk is a energy cannon that fires dot damage, so that's why he was pretty powerful. I'm assuming this guy was the sword unit. Yep. So he had the sword, he also had the Kirin. So a lot of Mark II gear, pretty solid stuff. If he levels up his Mauler, that should be good too, although his weapons are kind of unfortunately bad. Ruiners and Anguishers got nerfed hard, and the Hugin and Moonin are completely dead ever since the rebalance. So he'll probably want to swap them out. Honestly, the Vajras and the Maha Vajras work well on the, the Mauler, so he might want to use those. And then of course he also had the Evera and the Veyron, so those are solid weapons too. But yeah, solid hanger. I think the other guys were pretty weak. Yep. So general stuff. He needs to swap out the weapon. He has the Nova Light Pilot, which makes me kind of jealous, but it is what it is. And then obviously some solid bots here too. He's got the Ultimate Squall. Nice. Probably from an Ultimate Comeback. Or sorry, like the returnee rewards or something like that. And then I think we can open up one more chest here. So let's see what we get. Oh, like I said, any pilot is good. So let's see what we land on. So we're not going to get the Autopilot. We might land on something completely random. Ooh, okay. I'll take this. The Scorpion Pilot. I'm actually planning on building a Scorpion in the workshop soon. So that is a W reward that we got. Ash Skarsgård. And then, okay, we're obviously still leveling up our Pathfinder Pilot. Should we sell this thing? No, not yet. We'll just wait and just keep it leveled. And then over here, let's swap in Manny. So as you guys can see, Manny is really nice to have because Manny's gimmick is you get bonus damage, so 1.5%, and then every 10% health you lose, you get bonus 1.5% again. So like for instance, if you're at like 1-shot health, so let's say you only have 10% health left, you will be doing 15% more damage essentially is how Manny works. I'm not going to be using Manny on Acho, but I guess for the time being we could try out his skills. But yeah, we'll leave it for now. But for the Strider, you, sir, are getting a juicy little change. So we are going to be putting the hedgets on you. So like I said, the hedgets are now in the blue pad. So even though these are limited edition ones we got from gold pads in the past, I'd say these are fair game now because every player can now get this free to play. Although of course not the limited edition, but whatever. I'm going to excuse myself on that one considering how many nerfs we have on the account. But yeah, now we have a decent assassin strider build. Obviously they're not leveled up enough, but that would be pretty decent to run. And then I really don't like the fact that Seraph has this like really weak setup. So we might want to swap this out for something else. Yeah, I don't really know what to run though. That's the issue. I guess we could try like the Devastator on it, but like I said, Seraph is not meant to be a close ranger, so it's kind of awkward to run. Maybe, how about this? We'll swap in the Kieran, since we're not running the Fenrir anyways right now. We'll swap in to the Kieran and the Devastator. Oh god, what am I pressing? So Kieran and then Devastator. And then this should be a decent make-do setup for assassinating bots that get too close. So we now have a semi-powerful Seraph build. Obviously in the future we'll probably want to swap out our Blight to the Seraph. But yeah, honestly not a bad build for the time being. And then apparently we got some more rewards here. So we'll take this. 5 Operation XP, and then let's hop into one last game. All right, I'm going to skip over this game because, again, the video is getting a little long and also nothing too impactful happened in this one. We just fought against some strong enemies and didn't really get too many like important clips in my opinion, so I'm just kind of glossing it over. As you guys can see, I have swapped over to the my.games launcher and I will be doing this for future episodes as well, so you guys can be happy for the higher quality, and also I am happy because now there's no more lag. I don't freeze up all of a sudden and I can actually aim rockets properly, which is such a good improvement. If any of you guys ever are playing on a computer like I am for this series, I highly recommend using an emulator for your ads so that you can still keep up on ad rewards, but then when you're actually playing the game, swap over to either the my.games launcher or the Steam launcher. I think Steam launcher is also the same as the my.games launcher, and you will have increased performance because those are actual dedicated computer apps made by Pixonic that actually runs War Robots at a much better, capacity compared to using an emulator, which is just mimicking a phone device, which aren't the best devices, as you guys might know. So yeah, anyways, highly recommend it. So yeah, again, nothing too important. I just kind of glossed over everything. As you guys might have saw if you were paying attention, we did go against some ultimate gear as well. So it was kind of crazy. We did fight an ultimate Fenrir. And yeah, enough of my yap. Let's finish this off with a bang. All right. Well, that was nice. And then obviously I have to quickly do this so we can get a spin off since we have 100 more keys. So let's see what we land on here. Okay, I think we might land on gold this time, which is kind of unfortunate. Even worse, we landed on silver. But honestly, that's actually not the end of the world because, like I said, we're still getting towards our chest here and we got to spin quite a lot of times in order to get the pilots. But yeah, we'll just keep spinning that and see what we get. Obviously, like I said, if you're a brand new player, keep spinning this chest. You need gear more than anything. It's just that right now I want to go for some pilots first and then possibly a mothership. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be opening those again, but first I want some pilots. So yeah, that will be it for this episode. I do need to finish this quickly since, we got to get off in the next 2 minutes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'd say if we get a little bit more of a bonus, we should be easily able to do well with this hangar, and we will be clearing extermination in the next episode. So hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you in the next one. Yvette signing off. And just like that, we're done with 3 episodes in 1. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this faster edit. Don't mind the hair. I took a shower and it did my hair out. But anyways, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, I will be trying to speed through everything as fast as I can. I know I am shortening some of the games. Hopefully you guys aren't too bothered by that. Let me know your feedback in the comment section down below, whether you guys want me to cut more games or cut some more of my other thought processes as we're building up the account. I know I felt like cutting out the games was the best thing because, as you guys know, I'm cutting down like 3-4 hours of content per episode now. And it's hard to fit all the voiceovering that I did back then into like a 1 hour time frame because I have to cut out a lot of things. And I feel like cutting out the gaming content is more beneficial because I can still tell you guys my thought process as I'm going through a completely free-to-play account and just kind of showing you guys my thought process of, okay, if I was a free-to-play player, which I am on this account, how would I navigate the game so that I can successfully make a hanger that eventually does decently in Champions League down the road, right? And that's not the easiest thing to do. And because of that, I have to constantly like think my thought processes out, and cutting that out is going to be a very big loss for anybody watching in the future, because you guys can see, even if the gear gets changed, it gets rebalanced constantly, as you guys know. The thought process behind how you choose the items you want to go for never changes. And I can see that a lot of you guys are wondering about this, because whenever I'm on a stream, a lot of the comments that I get, or the chats, I guess, is people are like, what can you rate my hanger? Can you tell me how to progress from here? And there is a set way to do it. Like I said, once we are done with the series, I am going to be making a recap stuff as well. And I will probably make a guide sometime while we're doing this, because like I said, War Robots is great. And as much fun as I have with it, I do think it has some problems. And I am, as a developer, I don't know if you guys know, but I am trying to code some stuff. I am making games, and I'm going to be making some very exciting projects in the future. More on that in the future as well, once I get that a little bit more developed. But yeah, like I said, I think that War Robots shouldn't be the main focus unless War Robots devs decide to actually take the game in a much better direction than it is right now. And I feel like there's better things out there that we could do. And because of that, we should progress with War Robots and have as much fun as we can with it. And then if we can do something about it in the future, whether either making the devs change or making something new or finding something similar to War Robots, I think that's the best focus to go for. And something that I should also update you guys on. As you guys know, I'm not part of the War Robots creator program yet, and I have still been pending application for the past like not even half a year now. It's like 7 or 8 months, which is kind of crazy. So that tells me that Pixonic is not really looking for new creators anymore, which is a sign that the game is unfortunately dying, which is not the best take in my opinion, but that is just something that I've noticed. I don't know, maybe Pixonic, if you're watching this, maybe you can change my mind and give me some updates. I actually sent them emails too, because I'm trying to make some programs for War Robots players where you can put in like your robots, and it'll show you how your robot will perform compared to other people's bots, and it'll simulate like a fight. How long can your robot fight against it? And it's like straight head-to-head fight. How long with optimal play, like people are actually hiding around corners and using abilities properly? How long can your robot last Len? And I wanted to get some data from Pixonic so that I can actually make an accurate War Robots tracker, and unfortunately they just aren't responding. And I sent them emails like 7-8 times throughout the past like 5 months, and I never got a response back. So I don't know what to think of that, but hey, my whole process is, if there's a pay to win game, I'm gonna see as much as I can how I can help other free-to-play players out. So that's the main purpose of this series. That's why you guys don't see me making content on my main channel. And even if I was gonna get into the creator program, which I think the chances are slim right now, honestly. Even if I was going to get that, I wasn't going to do a lot of main channel content in the first place anyways, because realistically speaking, you guys aren't going to have that gear. So I wanted to always keep things to free-to-play players and keep it like that. But a bit of a long yap session at the end here. I just had a lot of reflection because I haven't been playing War Robots a lot lately, either on my main account or on some of my alt accounts. And I haven't played on the free-to-play account, obviously, for like the past 5 months. Maybe 6 months now, pretty much. So yeah. War Robots is having a tough time right now. I do think there are some other games out there that are very similar or have just as much joy. And as much as it pains me to say, I'm not moving away from War Robots. Trust me. This is what the channel started on. It'll probably stay with me for as long as the channel exists. But either War Robots will make improvements, I will find ways to help you guys have fun playing War Robots, or who knows, maybe I'll make my own version of War Robots in the future. We'll see. But yeah. Hopefully, sorry to end it on a little bit of a downer, but we are going to be coming up with some very exciting stuff. Obviously, we got the Bagliore this episode, and we did transition over to the my.games launcher. And in the upcoming episodes, we will be getting a mothership and some Titan gear, which I am going to spoil right now because we are going to be progressing very fast. Stay tuned and look forward to it. And I'm going on a trip as this video is uploaded. I think this will be uploaded probably on May 30th. I'm going to be going to a trip out of town, so I won't have time to edit another video, but when I come back, you guys, I will try to get another video like edited, and then who knows, maybe I'll pop on a stream and we can chat. But yeah, if you guys want to tune in, you guys have the stream links in the description down below. Make sure you join the Discord, and yeah, look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Thank you guys for watching till the end. If you have made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. You've stayed, what is this, like basically an hour and a half now. maybe even more. You've stayed this long, you might as well press the button. It's free, and you clearly like the content if you're staying this long. So yeah, really appreciate you guys' support as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned, guys, and make sure War Robots can go through some rough patches, but at the end of the day, it is a very fun game. So let's hope it gets better. We are in a bit of a rough state right now, especially with the vector spam and an Axol not being nerfed, and the sword units getting pummeled, which is a really sad day for all players overall, whether you got the swords for free, whether you paid for sword unit, ultimate sword unit. But yeah, hopefully they don't go through with those changes. Hopefully they buff it again. But War Robots is in a very tough spot right now, in my opinion. Yeah, it's late. I'm currently recording this at 1 in the morning, so I will head to bed. That's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Your brother signing off.